Alrighty, YouTube, and welcome back to the kitchen. We're not in the hangar, actually. We are at home where it's warm. It's kind of an icky, lousy day. Haven't even been flying for, tomorrow will be 2 weeks. The weather's just been crappy or work or whatever, so I'm hoping next week. Anyway, I have some new toys I want to try out, or a new toy, and I will show you guys up in the air. I got the Century Plus. I'm really excited to try that and play with that and see what that does. But anyways, this video is actually about, I'm going to do follow-up videos to the installation videos. Hopefully you went and watched it. Go watch it after you finish watching this. How to insulate your hangar fairly cheap and fairly inexpensive. It's not my hangar, like I said, so if it was my own building, it'd be a whole different story. If it was my own building, then you just go ahead and do whatever, because it doesn't matter. But it's not yours, so I want to do something to it because it's going to save me on heat. All the propane or the kerosene or diesel fuel in my heater will save on running or buying that. So even if it just takes the chill out of the air and warms up to 50, I'm fine. Because I've got some stuff I want to do in there. And it's not much fun when you're freezing ass cold. So we are working on insulating. I just bought some more. Actually, just bought 20 more sheets total, which should finish the building, or should be really close to finishing the roof. But it'll be a while still, because part of that I can't get at until I have to move the plane out. So yeah, part of it I could work around the plane, move the ladder around, but there's going to be some spots where I'm going to have to pull it out or open the door, pull it halfway out, even though I don't like doing that. I know that hangar door isn't going to come down, but I couldn't imagine having the plane halfway out the freaking hangar door. Somehow something breaks. So I'd pull it all the way out like on a nice day, but I'd get all the pins ready. So this is kind of like what I did in the last video. I talked about putting these pins up. I just want to show you really quick what I'll do. I'll sit here in the afternoons. Like I said, the tape instructions, whether you got tape instruction for tape, but in the description for the tape it says the longer that the tape holds to whatever, the longer it sits, the stronger it gets. After 72 hours, I guess it's full strength. So I just got more the other day. I got it off of Amazon. This is the generic brand of 3M. Here's the 3M. I bought this and I bought this. I really don't see a difference. I think the key to this, and here again you live in a cold climate, is putting this on when the roof is semi-warm and then just letting it sit there. And I'm hoping it holds. It looks, so far it's holding. We've had some kind of temperature fluctuations up and down. Like today it's damp and cool, and I was out there this morning and it's still up. Nothing's coming down, knock on wood, so hopefully this is going to work. But you can buy this on Amazon, you can buy this on Amazon. I'm sure other places sell it too. But they give you a pretty good price. So I got 2 rolls of this and 1 roll of this. And I've got 500 freaking hangers. What I should have done, which, here again, what a surprise, I'm always in a hurry. When I ordered 100, it was 1 5/8. Well, when I went to click other amounts, it wasn't showing that. Well, if you looked far enough to the right, you could have clicked on 500 for 1 5/8, and I would have saved 40 bucks. I paid like 40 bucks for 100 of them. These, well, I think they had a Black Friday special, I think, coming up. So I think I paid like 100 bucks for 5 of them, or 110. Which is way cheaper than buying 4 more boxes at 40 bucks a piece. So I got more freaking hangers than I know what to do with. But I'm going to use more than I anticipated, because there's some spots where you have small pieces. I don't want to put one hanger in the middle. If it's 2 feet wide, I want to put one on either side. So I want to make sure it's not coming down. But really quick, all I do is I'm just going to sit here in the afternoon, do a handful at a time or whatever. But this is all they look like. This 1 5/8, and these are very sharp. So when you're putting those caps on, there's a trick I'm going to show you with those caps, because this video is going to continue right into putting these up and hanging up a piece of insulation to show you how this works. And it seems to be working pretty good for fairly inexpensive. You know, the sheets are about 10 bucks a piece. Okay, fine. You know, what are you going to spend in diesel fuel or kerosene? You have to run the heater constantly. So I just don't think about it. Anyways, the only thing different about these compared to the other ones, these I bought, oh, I know why these were cheaper, that's why. These were cheaper because they didn't have the self-adhesive stick on the back of them. A couple of those out there came down. Like this morning, one was down. I pushed it back up and it stayed. Another one came down, but it wouldn't grab. And I'm not sure if that self-adhesive stick, it gets weak when the moisture or whatever. So I went with just the galvanized. It's almost like sheet metal. It's really thin stuff. It's got holes in it. It's just metal. I'm thinking this is going to hold a lot better or a lot stronger with the tape than with the tape that was already on the other ones. Worst comes to worst, if I had to. The nice thing about those caps, you can pop all them caps off. I can pull a sheet down and replace some of these if I had to. Hopefully I don't have to. So these are just the metal, and I'm just going to show you how I do this. It's pretty much a no-brainer. All I'm going to do is put the tape on them and just stick them in a box and let them sit in the house for about a week, depending on the weather. If it's nice out midweek, I might go out there and put some up. But if not, they'll just sit in here, they'll get nice and warm, and like I said, as they say, the longer this stuff is adhered to something, the stronger it holds, so we'll find out. Anyways, all I do, whether it's this one or the three, I'm going to use them both, it's the same thing. Let me zoom this camera in. Here again, this isn't rocket science. Just get yourself a sharp knife. I just unroll it, stick one to it, cut it. I'm doing this backwards. You just take a sharp knife and cut it. That's all there is to it. So I'll do like a whole bunch of them. I'll sit here in the afternoon, make a cup of coffee or whatever. I'll just take a bunch of them like this, stick them together. I'll do one more. You see, I'm trying to do this without getting in the way of the camera. Like I said, this isn't rocket science. And it grabs pretty quick. When you put it on there, you try to lift it up, it sticks pretty quick. And then you can see, which I won't step on that. You peel that. It was coming off. Well, anyways, the red part peels off the back. And then right to the ceiling. So the longer these sit on here, the stronger they're supposed to be. And I got one more right here. And that's it. So basically, for a 4x8 sheet of insulation, you need 14 of these. 5 on the outside, 5 on the outside, 1 in the middle on the ends, and then 3 down the center. Because I go every 2 feet on the outside. My phone is out of text. I go 5 every 2 feet on the outside from corner to corner. So I go corner, 2 feet, and to the corner. On the other side, 2 feet, every 2 feet. In the middle, so from the end to the middle is 2 feet. And then in the center, I space them a little bit different. And it's holding. So I'm using, the less of these as possible, I guess. But now I've got plenty, it don't even matter. So I'm good for all winter to keep this project going. So about 14 of these will do a 4x8 sheet. You could tweak that a little bit, you could add more. If you've got a nicer building where it's more insulated, it's warmer, you can probably get away with less. It all depends on what you're doing. For me, the building's outside, it gets butt-ass cold up here in the middle of winter. I'll be curious to see when it's 10 below zero, because that building will get, the ceiling sometimes will get frost on it sometimes. So we'll see what this does. This is my experiment, but so far it's holding and working. So anyways, I wanted to show you, like I said, it's not a big deal. Just put the tape on these, let them sit. I'm just going to put them in the box, let them sit, and then we're going to go to the hanger and start putting them up. So let's go. Good morning and welcome back to the hangar from the kitchen. All right, we're back in the hangar. It's a beautiful morning And I'm gonna try, I've already put some of this up, and you can see, I was kind of getting the jump start on it yesterday. But what I'm gonna do today is, I'm gonna get the pieces that are like directly like over the wing. The plane's out here. I got the plane pulled out so I can get underneath the wings and do this. So when the weather craps out, which it's going to, it's beautiful today. This video should be coming out, but it's the beginning of December. I'll have it out pretty quick. It's supposed to be like 50 degrees today. It's gonna be great, 50, 60 today, maybe tomorrow, and then get cool again, but still only in the 30s with sun. It's gonna be beautiful. So a couple things I've learned about this, and you can see what I'm doing here. Let's come over here. You can see on the bench, I've got a bunch of them where I've already peeled the tape off them. You seen the video when I was at home in the kitchen putting all the tape on it. These sat home for probably 4 days. So, and they seem to be holding really well. I pull the tape, so I get a bunch of them, so the tape is pulled back, so when I get up on the ladder, I can just stick and go. These will not stick if there's snow on the roof. It's cold. I tried the other day, I wanted to experiment, there was snow up there. Put it up, it just came right off. If there's frost on the roof, it's gotta be dry. It was cold. The next day the snow was melted. When I got here in the morning, it was cold in here. It was probably like 40 degrees. I turned the heater on. As long as the snow was gone and the roof wasn't cold and kind of, you could feel with the snow on the roof, the metal had a little bit of moisture to it, wouldn't even come close. The next day the snow was gone. It was cold, boom, just grabbed and it stayed. So, if you've got snow on your roof, it ain't gonna grab. Obviously, if your roof is wet, it's not gonna grab. They say this is waterproof, but obviously after it's already on, you ain't gonna stick to something wet. So make sure the roof is dry. There's been a couple of spots on here where there must be some kind of, there's something on it. I went to put it, just spun right off, wouldn't even grab. So I took some rubbing alcohol, it's here somewhere, and a towel and just cleaned in one spot, boom, and it just grabbed that fast. So if you get a dirty spot and it won't grab, little rubbing alcohol on a towel, clean the spot, and it just grabs. So what I'm gonna do is this, I only got 4 sheets left actually. I'm picking up 10 more tomorrow. I ordered them online about a week ago. I'm gonna go grab them tomorrow. But I'm gonna put the 4 sheets right here up that are directly over the wing, and then that's all I got. But I wanna get those up so that I can position this ladder around. I could push the plane a little bit forward or back in the hangar with the door shut. And I should be able to get around it, but I want to get the harder pieces over the wing done today. It's beautiful out, got the hangar door open. It's the beginning of December, I love it. I hate having the hangars closed. It's so nice. We've got like a nice, I call it a neighborhood. We've got a nice neighborhood out here. The guy across the street's good. We've got a whole bunch of nice people out here. The sun is right. Let's turn it this way. They're gonna focus in. So, it's just nice having the doors open. In the summertime, we all just kind of hang out periodically and just kind of, help each other out. Somebody needs a tool, needs something, whatever. It's just really nice up here. C77, look us up on your aerial map. We're up in northern Illinois, Poplar Grove. Anyways, back to the video. So I'm going to put some of these pins up, and I'm going to show you. Like I said, the outsides of the sheets, every 2 feet. The middle sheets, I go 2 feet on the end, 28 inches, and then 2 feet on the other side. It just saves you a pin and some tape. So let me show you here what this is like. I'm gonna go close. Falling backwards. So I'm just sticking these every 2 feet on the outside, which once you get some set, you can just follow. Right there. then right here, about 2 feet, and I just measure. Right about here. See, when you push them, they just grab. See, they ain't coming down. But I don't do the outside ones. Hope you can hear this. If not, I'm not sure if you can hear me up there. I do the first pin and the second pin. I don't do the outside one because you gotta get the insulation up, push it up, get it to stick, and then I can put and I'll show you that in a minute. So what I'm gonna do, like I said, if you can see me when I push it, it grabs, it ain't coming out. Push and grab, and it's gonna be nice today. This roof is gonna warm up because the sun's out. So I'm gonna go down the line and put all these pins up. You don't need to watch me do that. But I'm gonna get all the pins up, and like I say, when you push them on, they just grab. So I do every 2 feet, and the middle I do 28 inches, and then 2 feet on the ends. But the other side of the sheet I don't do at all until the sheet is actually up, and I'll show you that. So I'm gonna go down the line here. I'm gonna go down the line here and put what I have enough for 4 sheets, and then I'll come back and put the other and show you when I put a sheet up, and then I'm going to show you one of the tricks with these caps to make these caps really lock to hold this in place. So let me get these all put up, and I will come back and I'll show you what it's like to put the sheet up. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, all the pins are up. You can see them. Probably don't know if you can see them on there or not. You might be able to. They're right here. No, over there. Right where the ladder's at. You probably can't see. See, all the pins are up. Just the outside pin, just the first 2.
That was a really good one. They have a burger that one too. Back in October, it was called the Botch.
So I'm going to bring a sheet over and show you one thing to keep in mind. That white foam gets really dirty, and it gets dirty really easy if your hands are dirty, so I just keep alcohol, which I'll do in a minute. So before I go to put the sheet up, I just wipe my hands off really quick. If not, you get white fingerprints all over it, or black, I mean, it would drive me nuts. So, okay.
Wow. And then they have something a little more plain, right? A no bun burger.
So these caps, I was showing you before, these caps, this is what snaps. This is what snaps on, that holds the insulation on the pin. But I'm going to show you a trick with these. If you put these on just right out of the box, it's probably hard to tell on a video, but it's indented a little bit. It's got the hole. I mean, they slip on really nice, but they don't lock as tight. I mean, they'll lock, but they could come loose. So what I do is I put it right here on the vise, and I smash. You can't really see it in the video, but it comes up a little bit. It's indented right there. I just smash this flat. So I smash it flat. When you do that, these things just lock, and they don't come off, which is great. So I've got a bunch of them that I've already smashed, and I'll keep them in my pocket, and I'll show you. So I just go down the line, just go smash a whole bunch of them one time. If you don't smash it, it'll go on, but it won't lock as tight. And when some of these were popping loose when I first started doing it, you just go back up, push them up, but then they would come loose. You smash it like that, they'll snap right on. Watch your fingertips. I've got so many holes in my fingers. I can't wait till I'm done with this. But these will lock on really tight.
My favorite one was the goat snake, the burger with the goat cheese and deep fried red onions.
And if you need to pull it off, I use a pair of needle nose pliers. That's how hard they're on. So you just grab with the needle nose pliers and pull, and they come right off. And when you pull them off, if they bend or some of these little prongs pop up, it ain't a big deal. You just smash them flat. There's a pin without tape on it. Just take it, and when you push that on, this thing is on really tight. So it goes on really tight. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bunch of them in my pocket. I'm going to get the first sheet up there. What I like to do The first one's the hardest because you got to get it lined up, but I'm trying to get it lined up square on the corner of the building, and I'm finding that there's parts of these, some of these beams are off just a little bit. So when I put one sheet up, and each sheet butts up right up to it. And it gets a little bit off on the beam, which I think is telling me the beam is off, because I think I'm pretty square on the building. If I'm off a little bit, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. It's just hard when you're working above your head on a ladder, so I'll try to break your neck. So I'm gonna take the first sheet, and I'm gonna get it up there. I'm gonna keep a bunch of these. I just keep a bunch in my pocket, so I can just grab them. And what I do is I'll get it as square as I can, get it up, and I'll push it so the one or two pins pop loose, and I just put a cap partially on. I don't jam it all the way up because I got to pull it off and readjust it. So I'm going to show you. So let's just get to this.
And other traffic have been reopened from Kimball to Ohio. Also tomorrow, expect Taylor to Ohio lightening up.
Rinse my hands off.
Tuesday at 5 a.m. All lanes of the inbound.
Just take some of the dirt off, and you can see over here.
For the first phase of the construction project as a progressive reopening.
I've got 4 big sheets left, so it kind of stinks the sun's going away. It's supposed to warm up though, but at least it's making the camera a little bit easier to see. So I'm going to grab a sheet, and I'm going to bring it up here, and here we go.
Support our 20 outreach programs, including after-school programs, a food pantry, and 2 free Christian-based residential recovery.
Water pressure, rusty yellow water, little to no hot water, pressure so low that showering is difficult.
Honey, don't flash! I'm in the shower!
These are all symptoms of clogged and corroded galvanized water pipes that are filled with gunk older than you. See, it's disgusting. You drink it, brush your teeth with it, and bathe in it. Yuck. For your family's sake, repipe your home with quality texture copper pipes from all affordable plumbing. We're your local family-owned and operated repiping experts. We can repipe your home in 1 to 3 days with minimal disturbance, and we include a lifetime guarantee. And for a limited time, we're offering 12 months, no interest, no payment financing, and a free water heater. So if you have low water pressure, call for a free.
I'm going to just start one of these caps.
New pipe or visit allaffordable.org.
Start there.
New pipe or visit
And right here.
allaffordable.org. If you have low water pressure, a copper repipe will get you flowing again. Call for a free estimate at 800 new pipe. That's 800.
The nice thing, this stuff is light enough, it'll just hang there.
From the Department of
But don't waste too much time.
It's a $29 less per month, of course.
Actually, where?
More from the lieutenant in 60 seconds. Marianne and I will be at Apple Chevrolet for the annual Toys for Tots Toy Drive party tomorrow. Hope to see you out there. It all starts at 11 a.m. Bring the family, because there will be food and fun and holiday cheer and music from Beverly Records, food from Lynn Malnati. The kids can take pictures with Santa Claus. There's going to be a balloon artist out there, and we will be giving away great prizes too.
I'm trying to make sure it's square on the beam
Bring
here.
a new unwrapped toy for the Marine Corps Toys for Tots program. One toy can truly make a difference. If you can't make it tomorrow, remember you can still help. Order a toy on Amazon and ship it to Apple Chevrolet. You just put their address in the ship to box at checkout, and they will be sure to add your gift. Chevrolet.
I am so tired of poking holes in my finger. I just put that last pin up. Like I said, when you put those caps on after you smash them, they're really tight going on. So I'm going to go down the line here.
Friday food report.
And I think
David Haynes, let's discuss the sweet evidence you brought us, Lieutenant.
Yeah, I love finding unusual places to go and get some dessert, and so there's a place
I've got it fairly flush on the beam, and like it's hard working over your head like this, but it's coming out nice. Let me go ahead and put the rest of these caps on.
3407 North Kimball, just north of the entrance to the Kennedy, and they are. There's a resale. It's a company store. Of confections, and they started the first time going to Sears. What happened to Roebuck, by the way? One day, he came to us and they took his name off the door. Yeah, he got it right out by Sears. I remember going to get all my school uniforms up there at Damon and Lawrence, but and my other guy glasses I also remember waiting in line for tickets. You know, I went to a KISS concert last week, and the first time I saw KISS was bought the tickets at Sears right there.
Oh, were they tickets from an outlet?
Yeah, probably. Waiting in line in the little mist section where you get to. But
There's a lot of history at the Chicago Candy and Nut Company, huh?
Yeah. So they sell wholesale to stores, but you can buy products at their factory store in Kimball. You can also.
Hopefully you can hear me. Now that it's square in place, I can push these pins and lock them all the way on.
So it
Like
seems
that.
like they have, when you buy the factory store, like you can see the
Another nice thing about this foam, there was two 3/4 inch bolts that are holding the beams. You know, one is a support beam for the brace.
Bring it to a Christmas party or something.
Once you push that stuff on those pins, you could actually push it back and forth and you won't tear it. I mean, if you push really hard, it's gonna break, but you could actually move it. It'll kind of push into that pin a little bit so you can adjust it. I pulled that back just a corner, I don't know if you can tell in the video, to get around that bolt, those two bolts, and I pushed it right up and pushed the pin, and I'll show you here in a second. Here, actually, let me do this. You probably can't tell. No, you can't tell. So let me just go ahead and put the rest of these pins. What I gotta do now,
Recommended by Dennis. Well, this sounds like a great place for the holidays.
It is. It's a great place. Yeah, if you're the type that puts out candy and you have people coming over and you want to buy a bunch at a low price.
so now I've got more pins ready to go. So now I can do the outside
You can buy
pieces and get these all locked in. So let me show you.
and give them out. So it's a great place for both. Which is a great place. I'm telling you, if you are, if you want to go down and see the school lights at Lincoln Park Zoo, which is one of the most fantastic things around this season to go to, especially when the weather's like this. Go down there, and you can't find parking by the zoo, but you have to go over on Clark Street and find parking. Walk down Armitage, you can stop at Steinwell's and get full with it, and then go walk over and see the zoo lights. Beautiful weekend for the
That sounds fantastic. Well, again, I was reading about Norman Lear. He never said goodbye. He just said to be continued. So that's what I'll go with now. To be continued. All right.
Pins on, move the ladder. These are the pins I started, so I'm going to push these all the way on, and they don't move. You get to the corner there. I got one more.
Ross John is next to the news. We hope to see you at the Chevy Cindy Park for lunch. Saturday for the Toys for Tots and Targets. Talk to you on the radio Monday. And for all of us on the early morning shift, WGN Radio, thank you very much for listening. And please have a terrific
Pin on.
Excelsior.
Push the pin on. Do that outside one.
Partly sunny and 48 at 10 a.m. Good morning. Where's the news sponsored by Sweet Alley's gluten-free bakery. Expect to find out how much the unbuilt Brighton Market costs the city. In business, we're seeing market index
Okay, so that's the first sheet. I'm gonna go right down. I'm gonna do another one just in case it was too loud with the radio. And if I was too loud when I was talking about smashing these pins, you've seen it. Just take the hammer, smash them flat, but I actually need more. Always keep a bunch in your pocket. And you can see what I did when I put the piece up. I just put two caps about halfway on, and I stopped. Just so it'll hold it in place, and I can get by and get the rest of them done. So let me get this done. Let me get the next sheet up. I only got 4 sheets, so I'm gonna try and get all 4 sheets up here. And that's all I got. I'm picking up the rest. I'm picking up 10 more tomorrow. But this will get me, yeah, 4. Well, I got 10 more coming, but I'm gonna have to buy a few more. But let me get the next sheets up. It's nice having that beam right there. This way I can hold it in place. A dud. I'll re-smash that one. There. Now I can shift it over and push it up. I gotta readjust that one a little bit. Let's bring it over here. No, that's too far. Let me,
That's the joke of the week. Our friend Marge Sisler has compiled her 30 favorites of the year. I'll sample just a couple of them and tell you what we're going to do with those. The Secretary of Transportation, Cheep, is going to join us. We'll talk about some of the things we're doing in the news.
Rocks. Rock on a good way.
Operator 690 to the left down 120.
Dud. Or we smash that one. There we go.
When you breathe well, you do look better. Either way, remember, call us
I can pull that farther back. I figured I'm short one pin. Okay, so that's about the gist of it. Hopefully, like I said, the radio wasn't too loud. I just keep forgetting to do that. And like I said, believe it or not, YouTube will copyright you. I don't have to worry about this channel's not monetized. They will copyright you if there's a song in the background or a commercial. It's ridiculous. Radio talking, whatever, but sometimes I forget it's on and it's just overpowering when I'm trying to talk. But anyways, hopefully you got the gist of that. Like I said, if you take these little caps, and they work great. You smash them down. I know you noticed a couple of those. I went to push them up and they didn't go. I just dropped them and I re-smashed them and it went right up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these other two sheets up, but that's all I got. I thought I was gonna have to close the hangar door for a minute because the wind is starting to pick up. I don't want this stuff blowing around. One thing with this insulation is be careful when you like unload it out of your truck or whatever. Just hold it on the end and move it. If you try and hold it this way and the wind catches it, it'll snap in half. I'm using the 1 inch, which works out really nice. I think I'm gonna do 3/4 inch on the walls, on the inside walls. I think I've got it figured out. I've got a little experiment going right here. This little piece right there, that's held on with a piece of that tape that I use for these pins. And it's pretty tight. What I did was the tape, the white insulation tape, I put that on the wall first, and then I put a piece of that white tape on the back of the foam, just on the back of a piece of foam, and then I stuck the tape to that. The tape won't just stick to the insulation and stay. So it's got the white tape, this white tape, which you see in the other video, this white stuff, this insulation tape. I've got that taped to the insulation, and a piece taped to the wall, and then I put the double-sided tape, and it's holding. Fortunately, it's a side wall, so it's not like the ceiling where it would fall. This should. I'm going to try it. I'm gonna do the 3/4, which is a little bit cheaper. I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale, but I'm gonna try the 3/4 because it's cheaper, because it's the inside wall, so that's not going to be as cold. But that'll help really take the chill out of it. When this building is done, this is going to be really nice. I'm hoping it stays pretty pretty warm in here, so when I'm doing stuff on the plane, I gotta change my vent line, I've got a few things I need to do. Or when I do oil or spark plugs or whatever in the winter, it's nice and comfortable in here with the heat going. And I hopefully won't burn as much diesel in the heater. So anyways, it's beautiful today. It's the beginning of December, I love it. So that's my experiment for the wall. But when I go to do that video, I'll show you guys. But anyway, this is the one for the ceiling. I've got, come on, focus in. Turn it this way. Still ain't gonna focus in. There it goes. So I got 2 more sheets to put up really quick, and I can push the plane back in, and I gotta leave and run some errands, go to the bank, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that's my story on how to do this. Any questions, comments, just ask. But I'm gonna get the rest up. When it's all done, I'll do a video on what it looks like when it's all finished. But that's pretty much how you get all this stuff up. Just be careful with it, take your time, careful on the ladder. And that's about it. Any questions, comments, leave them, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Trying to get the channel growing a little bit. We all, in the aviation community, we all try and help each other out. It's like all my hangar neighbors. He needs a tool, I need a tool. One guy was trying to put an engine in a truck actually over the summer. And he's like, you don't happen to have he asked him if he had a dolly, and I'm like, because I was standing over there helping him put his engine in, and I'm like, oh, I actually might. I had the dolly that my kerosene heater is on, that the milk crate is sitting on. I'm like, here you go. I'm like, perfect. Who would have thought, right? So he used that to help get his transmission actually on a Jeep he was redoing in his hangar. So anyways, we all just help each other out. So questions, comments, leave them, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up, like, all that stuff, and talk to you guys in the next video. But I will do a separate video when this is all finished, show you what it looks like. All right, we'll see you later. All right, bye.